Brookhouse runner will make the running.
On the way in the Frank Ward Solicitors Arkle Novice Chase, Grade 1, and Royal Caviar in the hood, the leader, with alongside Some Plan. They're followed by Bleu Rouge on the inside and Identity Thief, and Identity Thief is gone. Identity Thief blundered and got rid of a very frustrated David Mullins at the first. So we're down to 3, and it's the other, the Bromhead runner, Some Plan, in front from Royal Caviar in second, and they're followed 2 lengths back by Bleu Rouge as they race up past the stands, heading towards the second fence, and Some Plan and Davy Russell in the lead. Followed in second place by Royal Caviar. Bleu Rouge is the back marker of the 3 as they come up now to fence number 2. Some Plan in the lead by about 3 lengths, followed by Royal Caviar, the tailless winner, in second. Bleu Rouge in third place and safely over, dragged his hind legs through the fence but didn't lose any ground as they race up towards the third now, and it's Some Plan followed by Royal Caviar in second, and they're followed in third place by Bleu Rouge. So they cleared that fence out. Bleu Rouge is gone. Bleu Rouge is gone. Blundered and unseated Barry Geraghty. So plenty of drama. The 4 runner Arkle is down to 2. Some Plan and Royal Caviar as they start to race into the back straight. 6 fences ahead of them down the far side, and Some Plan in front by 3 parts of a length from his only rival Royal Caviar as they near the first down the far side. Some Plan the leader, Davy Russell over from Royal Caviar, who jumps up to join Some Plan as they go on towards the second fence down the back, and our leader is Some Plan, less than half a length up on Royal Caviar as they come to this fence, which is 7 from home. Some Plan narrowly from Royal Caviar. Some Plan got in close and out jumped by Royal Caviar, who shows by a length now as they race on towards the first of the 2 open ditches. Royal Caviar in the pink colours, left of the picture. On the right is Some Plan, 6 from home as they take this ditch. Royal Caviar jumps it nicely. Some Plan in second as they continue down towards the next fence. This is 5 out. Royal Caviar, Some Plan in second. Royal Caviar is over from Some Plan in second. Just the 2 of them in the race, with Identity Thief blundering and unseating at the first, and a couple of fences later we saw Bleu Rouge make his exit as they come down to this fence. 4 from home, Royal Caviar the leader, Some Plan tracking him as they race down towards the final open ditch, the third last fence in the Frank Ward Solicitors Arkle Chase. And we've got Royal Caviar in the lead by a couple of lengths, followed in second place by Some Plan, just the 2 of them in it. Royal Caviar over from Some Plan as they race into the turn now, taking them on towards the second last fence. And the leader is Royal Caviar, followed 2 lengths back in third place by Some Plan as they come to jump the second last now. And Royal Caviar from Some Plan as they race away from the second last and on towards the home turn now. Royal Caviar by just 2 lengths to Some Plan, his only rival, as they swing into the straight, the long run to the final fence. Royal Caviar in front for Ruby Walsh, being followed by Some Plan and Davy Russell as they race down the straight to the final fence. Royal Caviar on the right, on the left is Some Plan at the last now. Royal Caviar from Some Plan as they jump at Royal Caviar, and Royal Caviar is down. We started with 4, we're down to 1, and it's Some Plan out in front, left alone, and coming up to the finish, all on his Todd as they go to the line. Davy Russell looking behind him. He needn't worry, there's only a loose horse coming up after him, and Some Plan in an extraordinary renewal of the Arkle Chase. Some Plan finishes alone.
What an incredible race, Tony O'Hare. Frank Ward Solicitors Arkle, 4 runners, 1 came home, Ted and Brian.
Yeah, and I mean, they exposed, they're jumping. You can see all the falls coming up here now. Watch Identity for the first. Just watch him here on the left of your picture, the Jigginstown colours. He clouts it hard, hits it hard, hits Davy up the arse, and he's on the flat of his back before he knows where he is. Now you watch the grey horse going on here. He misses the one before this, and this one Barry gives him a squeeze to come up, changes his mind, gets in, half banks it, and gets Barry far too far up his neck, no chance of staying with him. And Royal Caviar was taking a chance. He was brilliant, but watch him here now. He jumps second last really well, down to last. Ruby sits quiet on him, Davies behind him. He looks like he's won, but he was galloping on. He just gets no height whatsoever.
Doesn't shorten at all.
Doesn't shorten at all. He just gallops straight at it. Watch him here now. Come down to the last. For my money, he's going the better of the two. What do you think, lads?
He looked all over.
Looked all over a winner there.
He
had it won.
Look, he wasn't coming back for Ruby. He was very forward, and
that's it. He just goes on down to it. Ruby sits on him, doesn't ask him for anything, sits quiet on him, thinks he's going to pop it. He just gallops straight on. The same as if it wasn't even there.
The horse's fault, he just...
Yeah, he never even made any attempt to get up, he just galloped straight at it.
I think going back to Blue A Rouge, he let fly at the one before that, and Garrity gives him a kick at the next, and he puts down him. Just shows horses.
Just interrupt you, gentlemen, for a minute. Robert Hall is with the winning trainer, Henry de Bromhead.
Henry, some plan. I mean, what about that? The only finisher?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was delighted. A bit disappointing with Identity Thief going at the first. So, but nice to win it anyhow. Yeah, super.
What did you make of Identity Thief's fall?
To be honest, Robert, I haven't had. I'd like to see it again before I'd say, but disappointing that it happened anyhow.
Well, this fella, I mean, jumping is the name of the game. How does he rate in your stable?
Oh, look, he's a very good horse. He was a 145 hurdler last year. He's won 2. He fell at the second last in Cheltenham when he looked like he might win. So he's 3 for 4 basically, and he's won a Grade 1, so you couldn't fault him. Yeah.
He's got a bit of age in him now.
Yeah, he is. He only came to us this summer, and look, he's a really nice horse. Yeah.
Any plan?
I'd say Cheltenham. Yeah, I'd say go for the Arkle in Cheltenham. Hopefully, he's entitled to go now, and delighted for the Brookhouses.
One Grade 1 in the bag, and another one to come, hopefully.
Oh well, we'll see. Yeah, when you see how that race came apart, it's not easy. So yeah.
Well done, Henry.
Thank you very much.
Yes, well done to Henry de Bromhead and Davy Russell. Dave won the Frank Ward Solicitors Arkle with Some Plan, the son of Winged Love, of course, who won the Irish Derby back in 95, of course. Winged Love, the sire of the likes of horses like Twist Magic and Josh's Hill and Boston's Angel. He cost 40,000 at the Cheltenham sale. Was second in a bumper and down Royal for Brian Hamilton, but completing a great 4 days for Henry de Bromhead and owner Roger Brookhouse, of course, who also won the Goff's Taste Chase with the Westerner gelding Champagne West at Goran on Thursday, and getting a great reception as they come into the winner's circle. The horse in question, Some Plan, but Ted and Brian, it just sums up the week Rich Ritchie has. He had won with Let's Dance, but he was going to win the Frank Ward. The likes of Min losing, Vautour, Faheen. He's had a lot of success, Rich Ritchie. It's interesting how he's going to cope with when things are not going well, Ted and Brian.
It's part of the game, isn't it?
It's part of his life. That's what it is.
You have to take it a bit bad.
Than the poor O'Connor family anyhow that lost their son last night. That's the thing to think about.
There's always worse off situations. They're only horses at the end of the day,
At the end of the day.
Real good performance from Some Plan. Plenty of experience as well.
I thought it was interesting to see Davy pull back down the back straight and let Ruby on.
Yeah, Davy was definitely...
They were aware that 2 fallers were there.
Yeah, sure.
Brian, when the likes of David Mullins and Barry Geraghty exited early in the race, would Davy and Ruby have been aware?
I saw Davy look back after the first, so he knew David was gone. I'd say he was unaware that Barry was gone, and probably Ruby heard the clout and shout at him maybe to say that there was only 2 of us, because...
So you would communicate?
Yeah, you would. You have time to think, and they were definitely aware halfway down the back straight because Davy.
Yeah, and they didn't take one another on either. When Ruby's horse was free and he went by Davy let him off,
yeah.
and Davy was riding and hoping that this horse might do something. He probably figured he's going that bit better. Do you know what I mean?
One of those things, of course. He looked all over a winner. Brian Cooper, you've been there before. You never know, do you?
You never know. Look, I went through a phase there just before Christmas. I think I went down to the last 6 or 7 times and they knuckled over. People say they blame the jockey, but at the end of the day, when you're in front going down to the last, you've more of a chance coming down than anybody else. You're going faster, you're going harder, and the horses have to have a look at the fence in the hurdle. They need to know what they're doing.
But he had no look. He got up straight at that, the same as if you would say, and he jumped brilliantly.
Why was that, Ted?
Huh?
He had it in him.
That concentration, just
is that inexperience or concentration?
To do it. I mean, we saw Tide Cottage done it in the Gold Cup many years ago with Tommy Carberry, and he was in the Gold Cup. Horses do it. They lack concentration.
Yeah,
they just take their mind off it and they gallop straight on. Why did they do it? Why do we miss the last step sometimes coming down?
Just one of those things.
One of those things. Watch it again there now. We can see it again. Here he is down to the last. Now, he's obviously a free-going horse because he doesn't wear a hood for nothing. And he's obviously travelling, plenty of adrenaline, plenty going on in him there. He wants to gallop. He's in front, goes down to it. Ruby just sits quiet him, catches it,
He's half waiting from the shorten as well, and he doesn't. He just keeps going.
Yeah, God, no man wouldn't have kept him standing there.
No.
Now, do you know what I mean?
He learned plenty from it, but certainly, despite falling, comes away from the race with a lot of credit. That Royal Caviar. There'll be lots of wins for him for the remainder of the season, assuming he comes back all right. Davy Russell drops the saddle down. Winner all right. Davy Russell weighed in. Did you think you were going to win going to the last?
I know you were aware Ruby fell.
Yeah.
You saw in front of you. Were you aware the other two were gone?
I was aware of David. I took a look on it. I could see his horse was loose, but I didn't know Barry was gone.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts going to the second last? You were starting to get slightly urging along.
Yeah, Ruby was going well, and he had plenty of horse in front of me, and whatever chance I had, I was going to leave it as late as possible. And
we all thought you were beat going to the last.
Yeah, possibly.
Did you beat left from the last?
I still had a bit to get upsides him. Whether that would have done, I doubt it. One of Willie's there, they're going to gallop to the line, but I had enough to get upsides him. What would have happened after that, I don't know. But look, fortunate for me, unfortunate for others, and that's just unfortunately the sport we're in.
And he fell only a fortnight ago, having a good chance at Cheltenham.
Right, yeah. So, it turns around about.
That's it.
And obviously they learn every day.
Yeah, that's it. And, again, we say it every day about Henrys. They're just, well, you can't say it today, the horse fell at the first, but, touch wood, usually they're very good to jump and they're a pleasure to ride.
Talk to us about the BHP Irish Champion hurdle. You don't ride in the race. What's your opinion?
My opinion is obviously the Jigginstown horse I was very impressed with the last day.
Petit Mouchoir.
Yeah, and I rode Joseph's horse in that race, and he ran a nice race, and I imagine that, somewhere I thought Petit Mouchoir is good enough to win it. He stayed well to the line that day. Brian will tell you more about him, and I suppose Nicholas Callinan was disappointed, and he'll have to come back to show better form. I think he's better going maybe right-handed. He does jump a little bit to his right, and Ivan, we'll leave the pronunciation to yourself.
Ivanovich
Gorbatov. He's progressing slowly but surely. He's progressing, could get a little bit closer. He's the one horse maybe that could get a bit closer, but
better ground will help, might say, will it?
Definitely, and it's gorgeous ground out there, and I'd say it'll be a hell of a race now, but I think we could be looking at maybe Petit Mouchoir is making this, he's progressing forward nicely for me. He was disappointing last year, but to be honest now, I'd say Brian said he was going to win the fighting fifth, and he done well here the last day.
Davy, you were in Cheltenham yesterday. What was your summing up of Thistlecrack?
Yeah, disappointed to start with.
Yeah.
I think his jumping is too inaccurate. I feel that it's a big ask for a horse like him to go for a Gold Cup. I'd say if he didn't take on them horses this year, we'd be saying that his jumping is fine.
Yeah.
But that'll just tell you the step you have to make forward to that class.
You need all the experience you
need all the runs, and Colin Tizard is doing a good job with him, and he's been around the course twice, so he has every chance of coming back to Cheltenham. It's not that long since the King George, and I'd say he had a hard race in the King George, and to me it looked yesterday that took more of a toll on him that maybe they thought beforehand. But my whole summing up of him is that he's a bit disappointing. I thought he was unbeatable, to be honest. I thought he was the next wonder kid, but they're all beatable, aren't they?
That's for sure.
Goes to show you the glorious uncertainty of this game that we all love. Thistlecrack is not invincible. It's now 9-4 for the Tamiko Gold Cup. Some Plan has won the Frank Ward Arkle. We've an odds-on shot. Petit Mouchoir against Nichols Canyon Footpad and Ivanovich Gorbatov. And the BHP Irish Champion Hurdle will be back momentarily.